welcome. I forgot to turn on my light. Let me do that really quick. Woohoo! Hey everyone, if you are watching replay, welcome. We are doing a fun double August live reading twice a week. I don't know. Every time I try to give it a name, I'm just like, but basically, for the month of August, there's going to be 2 live nights a week. So I'm trying to this. Sorry. Wait, you'd think that YouTube would let me look at myself and figure this out, but it doesn't let you look at yourself before you go live. So I'm always adjusting. Anyway, 2 times a week for the month of August, I am going live. Obviously, Tuesdays are going to be the main kind of night. That's what I'm used to doing. Each week is going to be different. I think for the majority of it, we're going to try to do Thursdays as well, but we'll see how out. Tonight we're going to be doing speed readings, so I'm really excited for tonight. But let's see. If you guys are new here and you're rewatching, please subscribe. I have videos that go up once a week, so you're going to get a new video from me tomorrow, which is going to be a meditation video. And then once a week, I obviously go live for August twice a week. So if you guys are interested in the cards that I use ever on my live nights, I put the links in the description below. We're not going to be doing a whole lot of cards tonight because we are doing speed readings, and I'll discuss that before we get started there. But donations and longer readings, we can still make those happen tonight. That's whenever, every night, whenever you guys want it, we can do donated kind of longer readings. Hi, Nymph. Welcome. I'm just kind of doing my intro here, so give me a second. I think that's it, you guys. And if you really enjoy my live videos, consider getting a membership. So your memberships come with perks. So if you are a 99-cent member, you might be selected to win a free reading, short free reading from me on each of our live nights. One of you guys gets picked. I still haven't decided how I'm going to do that, but I think we're just going to make it up tonight. Actually, I'll do that. Let's do that tonight, and I think I'm going to do it by a predetermined time code, and I'm just going to write that down right now, and whoever is a member that comments closest to that, or right after, they will get the reading. And then the next membership level up is going to be for our member-only lives. And so far, our member-only lives, everyone has gotten a reading because we have such a small membership group as of right now. And then our member-only videos, you get access to videos that aren't available to everyone else. And you kind of get to dictate what those videos are. You get to vote on it. So if you're interested in those memberships, feel free to join. Before we jump into the speed readings, though, I usually do a group reading, so that way, in case you missed my live night, there's always going to be a group reading at the top so that you feel like you still got something out of it. And so I went ahead and pulled actually kind of a more complex tarot spread tonight because I saw, I don't know if you guys follow Biddy Tarot online, but I love all of her stuff. She's so informative with teaching about tarot. And tell me, you guys, if my AC is too loud. You guys always say that it's not loud, but I'm just I feel like it's a monster truck in here. But I was kind of looking for a theme tonight, and this kind of came across my feed, this tarot spread that she just put up today. And it's kind of she does these little tarot spread things. So it's follow the spread and answer the questions. And tonight is all about releasing and letting go. And I felt immediately when I saw it, it was okay, a lot of us have some energy that we need to get rid of. And so I have not read these cards yet. I did pull them though. So what do we have first? We'll get no worries. After the group reading, we get into individual readings. Hey, Lori. All right. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we're releasing and letting things go. Some of this might resonate with you guys, some of it might not. That's okay. It's all dependent on, I mean, I'm reading a lot of people at once, so not everything resonate with everybody. All right, so what are we feeling right now? And I feel like this is hard with like so many people, because I feel like a lot of you are in this zone right now of feeling like I am doing so well at co-creating with the universe. I'm telling the universe what I want. I am putting it out there. I am manifesting it, and they're helping me get to where I want to go. Now, I feel like some of you are not quite here yet. This is where you want to be, and you're trying to get to this place of co-creating with your guides, and that's where we're at right now as far as like what we're feeling. Let's see what the next card is. The next card is, why am I feeling it so strong? And I think it's because we are doing a lot of cleaning up in our lives. We're doing a lot of like getting rid of the things that aren't working. We're really paying attention to our boundaries. Our self-care is what I'm hearing. I feel like this reading is more leaning towards like we're doing a good job at this. So I'm just going to read it like that. But if you feel like this doesn't resonate and you're not there yet, take it as instructions. Take it as what you should be doing. So you should be like cleaning it up. Clean up your mental state, your physical state, your home. You know, do everything that you need to do to kind of get organized. And I totally feel this energy lately too. Like I put a hard rule on myself last night that I have to charge my phone across the room while I sleep, because otherwise I will lay in bed and just look at my phone and like an hour and a half will pass and I get no sleep and I'm exhausted in the morning. So it's like stuff like that. It's like figuring out what's not working out for you. And we're doing that. We're cleaning it up, but it's tough because you have to let go of a lot of things and you're forcing yourself to grow. But this is a good card. It's like you're cleaning it up for the betterment of you. So I think everyone is doing a really good job. And so her next card in this spread is, how can I release this feeling? I think this is perfect. So this is for those of you that don't quite feel like you're here yet. Like you need to clean it up. Like you have a lot of things going on in your life that are stressing you out, that are getting in the way from letting you really feel what you need to be feeling, like moving forward for manifesting, for co-creating with the universe. So how can you release it? Serendipity. My guides are telling me to open the book for this one, because I'm automatically getting that this is absolutely about like paying attention to the signs and the symbols that your guides are giving you. Ooh, oh, I love this. This is opportunity aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck, and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. So how can you kind of, for those of you who feel like you're not here yet, you need to start cleaning up in order to let go? Pay attention to the signs, because what's going to happen is when you start putting in the effort to get rid of the things that no longer work, you're basically telling the universe, okay, I'm looking for opportunities for new growth, new beginnings. And then what happens is when you're doing that at the same time as you're paying attention to the signs, it's like these beautiful I feel like I keep using the word opportunities, but these beautiful lucky moments happen. And we, from an outsider's perspective, that someone might be like, oh my gosh, they got so lucky how that lined up. But really behind the scenes, you were working on it. You were co-creating with the universe. You were letting go of the things that weren't working for you. You were really cleaning up kind of your energy. And because you were paying attention to the signs and welcoming in this new opportunity, it's like you put yourself in the perfect place at the perfect time, and it's like all this abundance starts happening. And that's kind of like how I see this card. Denise Duffield Thomas, she is an author that I absolutely love, and she talks about being lucky as it's not just chance. Lucky is something that you manifest, and it's opportunity met with readiness. So it's like you're ready for the opportunity, you're seeing those opportunities, and you're able to grab them and be ready for them when they come. And let me see if there's anything else. So just pay attention to those signs, because if you do and you're ready, you've got your energy clean, you're going to start seeing a magical alignment of events start to happen. And that's great confirmation, especially when we want to let go of anything. It can feel so scary because we want to replace it with something. We're like, oh, but if I let it go, then I'm going to have lack, or I'm not going to have this. But I think this is really coming across this confirmation of like, no, you're letting go of it so you can bring in this better energy. All right, and the next card in this spread, and I'm reading from a spread from Biddy Tarot. I really like her tarot readings. And I saw this today and I was like, oh, I know I got to do this for everybody, because it's all about releasing and letting it go. And I meant to say, like, think about something that you really want to let go of. I feel like I've been having a really hard time letting go of like past relationships that I know are no longer serving me, and I've been really struggling with that. So I also was like, I think this is for me. Okay, what card is this? This is number 4. Ooh, what is the feeling transforming into? Oh, I love this. So what's happening is we're turning, because we're starting from a place of co-creation. That's like what we're feeling like right now. It's like, okay, I want to manifest new things. I know I need to clean it up. I know I need to work with the universe, pay attention to these signs. And then what's happening is you're connecting more to your inner truth. You're realizing the things that you actually want to be doing, the people you actually want to be with. And then you're also, like, I'm hearing this loud and clear, like some of you are also realizing that like the thing that you thought you wanted, maybe it was like whatever it originally was that you were trying to manifest, you're realizing, oh, actually that's maybe not what I wanted. You know, maybe what I wanted is something totally different. Or maybe it's just that you're more open to letting it happen in its own way and its own timing. So you're being more honest with yourself. This truth be told card is just like, I see it as vulnerability, like this owl with it kind of has like a window in its chest, and to me, and it's got hearts flying out, and to me that's just like a sign of vulnerability with yourself and being more open to saying like, oh, you know, I did bad at this, or I wasn't being honest with myself about that. And this is all about just letting your heart and that truth come forward and trusting it instead of like suppressing it, which is sometimes what we do. And I think that's all coming about because of what we're doing. And again, if you feel like this is like not where you're at, what is this piece of hair doing? Stop it. If you feel like that's not where you're at, again, focus on turning this around for yourself. So, okay, these are my instructions. This is what I should be doing. I should be examining the things that maybe I think I need, or the things that I'm telling myself. But am I really being honest with myself? Like, is that really the truth? Do I really want those things? Am I getting into victim mentality? Am I beating myself up? Let's see. Okay, why do I keep picking that up? What was the next one? Ooh, how can I rise above? Man, I'm going to have to use this spread again. This is so awesome. How can you rise above? Be present. And I feel like that's all I've been working on lately as far as like letting go and realizing the things that I need to get rid of. So being present in your moments of stopping. And you know what? I feel like I have to share this, but I've been really practicing a lot of mindfulness because I'm trying to help like have just natural tendencies to get very anxious, and I've been working a lot on like my anxiety, and in the moment stopping and taking breath and being like, this isn't what's going on, this is my anxiety, I can get rid of this anxiety, this is just like a habitual thing that I'm doing that I can stop. And so I feel like this is like the same energy of just stopping in the moment and being like, no, this is all it takes for me to turn it around. To turn it around and let go of what doesn't need to let go of. Like, I feel like some of you guys are listening to these cards and being like, yeah, but I'm already doing that and it's not working. And if that's you, it's like, no, really try to stop yourself and be present in these moments. Because when you're really co-creating, you know, are you stopping and saying, you know what, is this the best way that I could be co-creating? Is this really what I want? Am I being truthful and honest about how I'm moving about this? And even when you clean it up, like you could go forward and set the intention that, oh, I'm going to get to bed on time. And then, you know, you might stop and realize, oh, it's 11 o'clock, I should go to bed. And normally maybe you would just keep like watching TV and not going to bed. And this, pause, this mindfulness pause that you could take is like, no, I'm realizing I need to go to bed. I know I don't want to, but I have to for myself, for me. And it's like stopping in those moments and being present here and now. And same with signs. If you feel like you're just like, I'm always trying to find the signs, but I'm not paying attention. It's like, are you really stopping? Are you trying to be present? Are you really standing there and being like, okay, connecting with my intuition, turning my psychic ability on, connecting to this guide, asking, what did that sign mean? And then just on another level, the more often you're mindful, the more often you are being present, the easier it is to just see these signs. So, what was that question? How can we rise above? Was that? Yeah. So how can we rise above this if you're feeling like you're just not quite here yet, but this is where you should be going? It's all about being present. And I feel like my guides are being like, just tell them it's as simple as that. You don't need a course. You don't need to clean your house first. Like, I feel like you guys have a lot of excuses of like, oh, well, I just need to get through this book and then I can start practicing what the book says or something. And all those excuses are getting in your way. Mindfulness takes no extra thought at all. Let's see. And I just totally realized that I blew through my time code that I wrote down, but I believe it was Lori. Okay, so sorry, pause. If you are a member, what I'm going to start doing, all members, so this is the 99-cent membership level and above, on our live reading nights, one of you will get a free quick minute reading from me. And I decided how I'm going to figure that out is I'm just going to write down a time on my paper, and whoever is a member that just happens to comment close to that will get the reading. I'm pretty sure you were the only one that commented around the time that I had written down, which was about 11 minutes, which was maybe like 6 minutes ago. So Lori, yay, member, you get a reading. Trying to add extra perks for some of you guys. So Lori, throw up a question for when we get started. Hey guys, I'm doing the group reading really quick. I only have 2 more cards. And then we're going to jump into speed readings. Okay, so let's see. And then the last 2 cards was, what is my new beginning and what have I learned? Ooh, I love this spread. Biddy Tarot, by the way, guys, she makes such good tarot spreads. Thank you, Jenny. Hang on. Let me finish our group reading while I'm in the middle of it. So this card is, what is my new beginning? Oh, perfect. What is your new beginning? This is the exchanging gifts card. And I feel like this is you exchanging gifts with yourself. This is an equal amount of energy. You are putting time into yourself by saying, I am letting go. I am no longer giving my energy to this. And the universe is going to give you that equal amount of energy back. Because of what you let go, you are going to receive an equal amount of awesomeness in return. Like, again, I think I was saying it towards the beginning of the reading, like, you're not going to lose anything. It's going to be replaced by something better. And right now, the things that you're getting rid of are not adding to your life. They're not even equal like this card is. It's subtracting. And so if we can get rid of all this subtracting energy and kind of do all the steps that we've been talking about with this spread, we're going to have an equal exchange of energy, if not better. And then the last card was, ooh, what have I learned? Ooh, and again, like, if some of you feel like you're in the middle of this is what you will have learned. Maybe you're not quite there yet. Or maybe you have an inkling of it, and maybe this will kind of help guide you forward. But this is the card of why. And I feel like what we're going to learn is that our intention behind this matters. I feel like I can see it, I understand it, but the words are not coming out. It's almost like they're telling me to put it in an example. So, I'm deciding to, be a little bit stricter on my bedtime, put my phone across the room so that I'm not like on it, like an hour into bed and like keeping myself up forever. And the thing is I'm realizing that I'm doing that. Like, what is my why? Why am I doing that? I'm doing that because I'm telling myself that I care about myself, that I want to do better, that I want to give myself a well-rested night, that I want to give myself a better start to my day. And I think what we're going to learn out of this is that when we have an intention that's good, it's going to be way more beneficial than if we have an intention that's bad. I hope that makes sense. We're going to start to understand moving forward, and it's going to be a lot easier for us to let go because we're being like, oh yeah, if I want to have something better, I remember that I have to do it for me, and I have to prioritize me, my time, and myself, which they're just telling me right now, like, this is totally a product of Leo season. Like, Leo season is all about like me. And yeah, I feel like this is a small group that might be receiving this message, but this is coming through so clearly, and I love that. That was such a great tarot spread. So if you want to get that tarot spread, it's on Biddy Tarot's Instagram, and she calls it the Release and Let Go spread, and I just saved that for myself. That was a great little group reading. Woohoo! You guys, so we are doing individual readings tonight. Donations are obviously still welcome. I'll just stop the speed readings whenever somebody donates. So Jenny, I'll get started with you. Same with Lori, because if you are a member and it's a live night, one of you is going to be randomly picked for that starting tonight. And then we'll get into speed readings, and I'm going to try to keep it at an hour. It's so funny because Yurika totally called me out last time, and she was like, Lauryn said 30 more minutes, and then I went on for like an hour and a half longer. I'm so bad at it, and I really got to be strict with myself. Let's see. So for those of you who are waiting on my donations, just know that speed readings are, everybody throws up a question and everyone gets an answer. It's a fast answer. And just know that the issue with that, claircognizance, this is a claircognizance exercise, and it's all about trying to give really fast, really quick information. But just know that that information can be wrong. I could not be connecting right. I could be answering the question of the person above you. So just always use your own intuition. If it feels like it doesn't resonate, throw it out. That's what I always say. I can be wrong. Hi, Dee, or Di. I can't remember what you, how you said you pronounced your name. I just started reading Ian Gray's Complete Guide to Tarot. Ooh, you'll have to tell me if you like it, Brittany. All right. Okay. Hi, Michael. All right, Jenny, let me know. Let's see. Did you leave a question, Jenny? Yay! I need to think about that for a minute. I know, surprise reading. Okay. So Lori won our member only live. So the people that have the green with the badges, those are our members, and you also get a free reading. Or sorry, you also get emojis and badges. So I did pull the yin card, Lori, which to me is like, don't worry about taking action. Let this unfold on its own. Like, there's nothing you need to do to like push it ahead. And then I pulled the imagine card, which to me is sort of like using your imagination to think about all the good possibilities, not all the bad possibilities. And I think sometimes when we're balancing something new, we're thinking about inviting it into our life, like a new career, new job opportunity. We're kind of, we're doing the pros and cons. We're worried about worst case scenario. And I'm hearing that, like, Lori, because there's nothing you can do about it, just send out the positive intentions of, if this worked out, this is what it should look like. Like, I need it to make a lot of money. I would need it to have really good relationships. I would need it to do X, Y, Z. And then, like, it's very clear to me what's going to happen. It's like you're sending out this vibration of this job has to look like this. And then it's going to be very clear if it's going to match up or not. And if it doesn't match up the energy that you're putting out and demanding, then you're going to see the red flag really easily. And you're going to be like, oh, okay, this is definitely not for me. Or you're going to be like, okay, wow, I manifested this. This is actually what I wanted. And it's checking off all my boxes. But I think the big thing that's coming through, Lori, is just like there's nothing you need to worry about. Let it come to you is like the yin card. And I also pulled the fork in the road reversed. So to me, this says like there's not any choices that need to be made. I feel like it's going to present itself to you. I hope that helps. That's interesting. I'm curious how that would play out. Leo new moon on the 8th. Yes. I've been trying to think about like what I want to do for the new moon. I've probably only gotten through half of my water jug for the water ritual that I've done. I haven't gotten very far. Let's see. Jenny, did you ask? Okay, I'm going to just pop down to Jenny's question and then Di, I'll be back to you. And then we'll get into speed readings. Advice from Spirit on how to connect better with your partner. Extremely empathetic. My husband doesn't seem to feel comfortable with strong emotions. Yeah, and it feels like my guides are like telling me there's a lot of stuff there with him that he needs to heal that's in the past, but like it's not exactly your place to push. Like it's your place to maybe support, but like you can't force that to happen. And I think the building blocks card is coming through, Jenny, because they want you to understand, like, you know, I feel like you're looking at it as like okay, if this doesn't change, you know, I'm going to have to like leave him, or, you know, I feel like, or maybe it's not even that, it's as much as like you're saying, oh, well, we're husband and wife, we should be so much further than this. But, you know, you can be anywhere in your relationship and need to build from the foundation, need to build from the ground up. I feel like things are kind of being torn back that are not working. It's like, I feel like I'm seeing the Tower card in my head, which is like everything is crumbling down and it's going to need to be rebuilt. And I think this is more just like they want you to know it's okay to be restarting, to be starting fresh with some of this stuff. Like it's okay to release and let go some of the things that aren't working. And I think they just more want you to have this attitude moving forward of like, okay, I am going to have to start from the ground up. We are going to have to kind of rebuild around our communication because something's not working. And then I pulled the higher power card, Jenny, which is like definitely communicate with your guides, because I feel like you're so close to the situation and all of your like bias is getting in the way. So if there's anything you can do to really like channel what they have to say about it, I feel like that's going to get you out of the way. And it's going to help you feel like less attached, less emotional about it. And I feel like that's kind of the majority of what's getting in your way, especially with this breathe card. It's like, take a breath, take a break from it. I feel like a little bit you're blowing it up. I don't want to say you're blowing it up as if it's not important, but I feel like your emotions are getting in the way of your judgment. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see. I know I feel like that's not really a how. Let me see if there's just one more piece of advice for Jenny. At least appreciate what is going well in your relationship. Appreciate the abundance that you do have, where you've been, how far you've come. And sometimes if you root yourself in that, you anchor yourself in that, it's a lot more helpful to move forward. And I feel like especially with you kind of feeling like you're catastrophizing a little bit with the situation, grounding yourself in what is working is definitely going to help. I know that's like I feel like this is all advice for you and not advice for him, but I felt like if we went further on it, we could definitely. I just feel like he has a lot of his stuff too that's like influencing the situation, but your guys are coming through and getting you advice first because that's apparently most important. But thank you, Jenny. Thank you for the donation. Okay, let's get to Di. Hi, Lauren. I wanted to know if you can tell me what Tim's feelings really are. We have another question about him. Thank you. I feel like Tim, like I'm definitely, unfortunately, getting like a not interested vibe, but it feels like not interested like on a whole nother level. Like nothing personal. Like I almost wonder if he is into somebody else or into the opposite sex. Like I feel like that's coming through pretty strongly. That could be incorrect. It could be as simple as like he's very uncomfortable with his like sexuality or relationships in general, and so he's just totally blocking it. And I just feel like such a hard wall there of not letting anybody in. Again, like not personal. I could be wrong because I feel like my guys are like saying it's not how he acts, which is confusing, but that's what I'm getting. Oh, let me pull a card for you though. I pulled the same serendipity card of like paying attention to the signs and the opportunities that are coming in. I think you're being drawn to him for a reason, and it might not be for a relationship. It might be for something else. So pull back and look at all the possible opportunities that could be had with him. Don't necessarily get attached to, oh, this is what it's going to turn into, because I feel like it could be something else. Like he could be a really good business partner or a friend, but this is like pay attention to the signs and be ready to act. But this is also like affirming like this isn't just happening for no reason. Like there's a reason why this is all coming together. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, D-Die. And I'm going to do speed readings here in a second so you guys can definitely ask further questions, or again, send donations if you want me to stop and give you a little bit more time. All right, let me just catch up on these. I mean, I just joined LOL. I was like, you must have been waiting for a long time. How late am I? You're not late. I'm pretty early. I'm 30 minutes in. Wherever you are looks so peaceful and amazing. You know, are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? It is so funny that you say that, because neighborhood has not been very safe for the last year, and that's because of COVID. We've had a lot of what's the PC word for it? Transient people staying our area, because we have like a park behind us. We have a lot of open space, and so we have a lot of people camping out that lost their jobs, it had COVID, and so we've had a lot of like crime, and we have at least 5 houses on our street that are just abandoned, like burnt down, or the person moved out and it's being sold, and so all these people have moved into these homes. There's been so much crime, and I've been really like trying to protect our home and our bubble. And today they did this massive citywide cleanup in our neighborhood. They had all the crews out here. They were cleaning up. They were getting people out. And it just felt like the energy lifted so much. So I'm just affirming that I think you're like picking up on something even more there. Maybe submit the resume. I think so, Lori. Like, why not? Just submit it and let it go. Just, again, that like yin energy. Definitely will let you know so far. It's really educational on the history. Ooh, interesting. I know I said speed readings. Let me catch up and then we'll start. Ooh, Nico, I have... check out my video on intuitive tarot, because I have book recommendations in there. Hey, Pris! And yeah, definitely Udemy. That's where I have my courses as well, so you'll probably find lots of other teachers there. You're welcome, Di. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Okay, so Amanda said a donation. We might get to speed readings tonight. Amanda, what did you put in the chat? I can't see it. Okay, anyway. Amanda, did you put your question in here? I don't think you did. Let me know what your question is, Amanda. I don't have Cash App. I'm sorry. I used to have like 4 or 5 different things. It was such a mess. So I do Super Chat and Venmo. Okay, so can you pull cards on my spirituality? I'm also curious about my VA claim being increased if I'm feeling it. I feel like a little bit. It'll be increased like a little bit. So you might be like a tad disappointed, but be grateful that it is going to increase a little bit. And try to focus on more how you can supplement it. Like it might be supplementing in a different way. But I think if you lower your expectations, like you won't be as disappointed. Okay, Amanda, as far as your spirituality. So Amanda did send me a donation through Venmo. Amanda, what would definitely help is by finding a group of people. That could be online, that could be here, but it's finding people around you that have the same mentality that you can talk to about this kind of stuff. And I feel like I've been getting that message so much lately. If the people you are around are constantly bringing you down, or just maybe not even at that negative as much as they're just not into the same things, and you feel like you can't like text somebody and be like, oh my gosh, I just had this happen, what do you think? Definitely like having more people. So that could be looking up your local metaphysical store, trying to like meet new people. Again, I feel like online communities are something that's sometimes hard to be vulnerable in, but also you can meet some great people online. I think the issue too, Amanda, with your spirituality is you're giving more than you're receiving. Like I feel like you're doing a lot for other people, for yourself, and you're just not getting that back in return. And so I don't know, because I don't feel like you're necessarily like charging people or like doing readings or something like that. Maybe you are, but if you are, I would like consider this card to be like raising your prices or asking for more. Or even if like you're doing readings free for friends, like making sure that they give you something back too. But I feel like this is just related to that tribe card of like, you need an equal exchange of people around you. Like your environment needs to match what you're interested in. And I think my guys are saying like, this doesn't literally have to be friends. It could just be that the time that you spend is spent well. So you're constantly in a spiritual place. Could be doing a lot of meditation or walking or being in nature. It doesn't necessarily have to be spent with other people. It's more just like there's an unbalance of, your spiritual life and then your like normal day-to-day life. And it needs to be a little bit more balanced. Let's see. And then I pulled the Bless card, and so that is about like being more appreciative for what is working in your spiritual life. And then I also pulled the Flexible card, and maybe right now you might be just having some difficulties because maybe you're focusing on how it should be manifested, or you're not seeing the results that you want, so maybe you're getting down on it or how it should work out. So just being more flexible with yourself around your intuition, or your spirituality, I should say. But yeah, I think the core of it is definitely like the other people. I'm just going to pull one more card. She donated a little bit more. Interesting. So this card is like the Thinker. And this is like really thinking through like, how can you fix this? Instead of just, thinking about it for a second and then just moving on with life, like create a plan. Think of a way you can get yourself out there. Like, okay, once a month, I'm going to force myself to go to a class or go on a nature walk where I'm not talking to anybody else, or I'm going to really force myself to meditate every day for a minute. I feel like this is like a logical approach to your spiritual path. And I feel like right now, a lot of it, you just let it come to you. But sometimes we have to kind of take a foot forward and tell the universe, this is what I want to manifest, if that makes sense. Hey everyone. Okay, so now we're ready for speed readings. So speed readings, throw up your question in the chat. Again, if anyone donates, I'll stop and spend a little bit more time with you. If I don't catch your comment, you can just throw it up again. You can ask more than one question. Again, remember with speed readings that I could be wrong. I could be not connecting to you guys correctly. So take it with a grain of salt. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. You're all the way from the UK. And yeah, also speed readings are not the norm for my nights, so you guys caught me on a good night, but normally we do guessing games for readings. So Katie, you picked the perfect night. Oh yes, meetup is definitely good. Definitely good. What are you not seeing regarding my spiritual? I just feel like you're like holed up, Eureka, like alone. Like I feel like you're very isolated. Sort of similar energy to like not being out with other people or letting it like bleed into the rest of your life. Am I clairvoyant? Yes. Hello, I'm Jeanette. Will I find you love? Yes, but you need to get way more specific, Jeanette. I'll try to go faster. Is my son claircognizant? I think so. I think he's all of it though. He's got his clairs all strengthened. He just doesn't know how to use it or call on it when he needs to. Life situation with my husband will ever improve if you put in the time and demand more from him. What is it that I need to know / hear? Boundaries. You let too much go by. It's not even his fault. He doesn't know what more he could be doing. Will I be in a relationship with no? I heard maybe. So to me, that's like intention could be clear, what you want, try to co-create with the universe, try to manifest more to get out of the maybe zone into a yes zone. Will I make a 3-figure salary in 1 year? It depends on the job. I feel like, Silly Rabbit, are you looking at a specific job? Because like, if there's a specific job already lined up, yes. But if it's going to come out of nowhere, like, no. It's got to already be like in place, and you're going to really have to push it. When do you see my next love connection coming in? Any possible spell work that I need to do on my end? I'm actually like just now learning some spells because I'm just being called to do it, so I don't know any. I'm hearing though just anything manifesting. When do you see my next love connection coming? I'm seeing like winter, Joseph, like cozying up with the snow. Which guide speaks to me most often? I just heard your mom, Michael. I don't know if that's right. You're welcome, Nico. Are there stories I hear at night at night, mediumship or mediumship / clairaudience? I feel like it doesn't matter. Like you're getting the message. Like they're telling you to like be grateful for it, but I know like as a coach you're like I need to separate these things so that I can understand. But they're just saying like right now it's more about celebrating the successes and the hits that you're getting. I want to get into the spiritual realm of tarot oracle, intuitive coaching. What do you see for me in this field? I feel like you need a lot of practice with working with clients first. Like really like working with people even in person. I feel like you're really good at helping yourself, but have you actually helped other people yet? I feel like that was so brief, Eureka. But I just saw you like totally alone in this like protective box. I'm unsure if I missed this. Can you see me passing driving this month? Yeah, and if I missed your guys' questions, just throw it up again. Because or else if I try to read them all, I'll get so behind. And that's the point of speed readings is to go fast. Passing driving this month, I'm seeing a number. I'm seeing the number 3. I feel like 3 more practice sessions, maybe like, with mom or something, like go practice 3 more nights. I think you will, Katie. It's really easy. It's really easy is what your guys are saying. And that's like your mantra. This is easy. Like, go at it like you're already a pro. What is my past life history with Roger T? Ooh, I felt like he's like kind of like an older neighbor energy of like being around you and always being like, meh. like the jerk neighbor is like the energy that I'm getting. I'm curious if that like resonates with how you guys interact with each other now. Will M ever face all of her demons? And like maybe, like at the very end, they're so stubborn. Thank you. And if you guys are new here, please subscribe. I do live readings once a week. Actually, though, August, it's twice a week. Gabriella has a weird magnetic connection, but that's from the past. Oh, that wasn't a question. Do you see me meeting any new love anytime soon? I feel like, Nicole, your standards are very high because there's a lot of people like coming your way, but you're like, ooh, no, I don't like how they look, which is okay. Like that's not you can have high standards, but I think because of that, it might take more time. It's weird, Nicole. I feel like you're attracting less than what you deserve. I feel like you're attracting less than what you deserve, and that's why nothing is coming through. So set your standards higher. How does Manuel feel that we are no longer in communication? Oh, he's like, he feels good about it. Sorry. So I'm doing my inner work, and it's only now that I'm opening up, and I know I'm intuitive, but yes, I haven't started on this field working with people. So any further reading on this? Personal Lauren here. Check out all my videos on my channel. I feel like being in person is definitely like your first thing. More experience, more education. It's like this. How can you help other people if you haven't helped yourself yet? Future husband will look like. He's gonna look like that, like your emoji. Just kidding. I just saw red hair, silly rabbit, and know that the future can change. Anybody that's asking future questions, know that it can change. Something could happen tomorrow. It's funny how the emojis like totally catch your attention more. I see why people do it. A message from my spirit guide. In regards to like stagnation, like you got this. Like it's as easy as opening the door. Lori, a message from my guides. I know this is kind of weird, but it's like I see you taking a bath, like in a dark room with candles. Like Lori, like set up like a very like ritualistic space. Like I'm feeling like very witchy vibes. Like even if you're not like into that, that's totally okay. But I feel like this dark room, like go out and like this is like permission to buy yourself things that make you feel luxurious. Set up candles, like do a ritual, like sit in the bath, like give yourself like an hour this weekend to really just like pamper yourself. Like something about you sitting in the energy of luxury a little bit more is important right now. Will I be buying the house we've been looking at? Oh, I feel like there's some things going on there that might be out of your control. Like it's definitely like 50-50 right now, RR, like reading it right now in this moment. But I feel like what's going to tilt the scales is not something you could or couldn't do. It's like on the other person. Gina, your question was when will I get a full-time job? And I just saw Taco Bell, so I hope that's not a bad sign. Maybe you need to go get a taco. I know this doesn't relate, but I have to go fast. Should I start giving readings or get a job as a swim instructor? Both. Does my crush like me back? That's interesting. It's like they're starting to. So don't change. Like do it. Be you. Wow, that's crazy. Why, do you have like everything already set up for one? It wasn't like this 7 years ago. Ooh. So Nico, I feel like you can't force it, and I feel like you know that. I feel like this is her rebelling just to rebel. So giving her space is like the first thing that's coming through. I feel like there's more there, but I'm going to just keep moving on. What do the dates 911 and 919 mean for me? Well, Silly Rabbit, you've probably seen my video on like how different symbols and signs means different things for different people. Because like when I read 911, I think emergency, very important, but that might not be what you think of when you see 911. 919, it's like stop in the moment and ask what they mean. You know what? I'm just like intuitively getting silly rabbit though. 9 is like you're almost there, and then 1 is like new beginnings. And so I feel like that message 919 is like teetering between you're almost there and then like you're so going backwards, like you're going the opposite way. And so maybe it's like it's a sign that you're just like you're sabotaging yourself, maybe like you're almost there and now you're taking like 10 steps back. It has water damage. I would look from another property. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't take it off the table. Just know that like there's nothing like else you could do. Like, you know, a lot of people like write a message or like send the homeowner a letter. But keep just manifesting a house, not necessarily that house. Oh, I feel like I was screaming. My AC just turned off. Oh, bummer, Joseph. Let's see. You are getting better slowly, but you all people in your space to drain. Is that a question? I don't think that's a question. Oh, I feel like I have to be really quiet now. Should I go back to yoga class? I'm like hearing like smaller yoga classes, like less people. When should I move into my new apartment? I just heard October. November, like right when it starts to get cold for you. Let's see, I'm all cut up. Is there anybody? Is A romantically attracted to me? It's weird because Gina, I'm getting like occasionally. Like they have moments and then they have moments where they're not. Oh, shoot. Hey, and remember, you guys, that with these speed readings, I could be wrong. Do not take them seriously. And know that the future can change. Yeah, Nico, again, like speed readings are not my normal. Speed readings are usually just like a fun thing I do every now and then, but I am on here every Tuesday. But August, I'm going to be on twice a week. Tomorrow, you guys, though, I have a new meditation for you. I'm so excited to hear what you guys have to say. But the meditation that's going to come out tomorrow is finding your psychic guide, your guide that specifically helps you with intuition. Like that's all they do is intuition, or psychic abilities, anything around that intuitive work. And then they are going to lead you to your psychic sanctuary. So tomorrow, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, be ready, have your blanket, have your tea, get comfortable because it will be available. Let's see. Hi, Brisa. Any other special message from your spirit guide? I feel like you have a sassy spirit guide, Nico, that's just like special. What do you want? Is this not special enough for you? Could I have a general message I need to know? You're playing it too small, Jay. You're playing it too small. Like, you're catering to everyone around you. What do you want, Jay? Thank you, Eureka. The faster that I force myself to do these, I feel like the better they are. Does my spirit guide have any important message from me for me? You know, it's funny, Silly Rabbit, that you threw up a fairy because I was immediately seeing you like in a garden outside creating, like, I don't know if you have an outside space, but create a space, even if it's like a patio or your front like entryway. Create more like gardeny, naturey things, like buy a plant, like put crystals in it, leave things for the fairies. Like this should be like I'm just hearing the word magical, like a little magical space for you. You don't have to do this, but like there's something about you having this little sacred space that's going to help you connect to your fairy guides better. You're welcome. And you guys can ask more than one question. I'll probably do this for like another 10-15 minutes and watch Eureka's gonna time me and then be like 2 hours later. That Eureka, your comment cracked me up so much when you said that. I was like, oh, I feel seen. Ooh, my daughter's starting high school this month. Oh my goodness, Lori. She's gonna mature so fast. Like the boys or the girls are gonna come in fast. Like be prepared. Like I saw romantic, flirtatious, like all that good stuff. She's gonna bring it in. Be prepared. Can I get a message from my dog Nico, who just passed on? Oh, I just heard I'll see you soon and I'll talk more soon. Like he's busy energy. Like I'll be back. Like I'm not gone, but I've got things to do. Silly Rabbit, like legitimately, one thing I forgot to say was like, if you are very like attracted to that idea, like if you love working with the fairies, like build them a fairy house. Like I feel like your care and your attention to detail, like it doesn't need to happen fast. Like build a fairy house and really make it like, if I were living in here, what would I want as a fairy? Nico, absolutely, especially if you are wanting to do intuitive work for other people. This is going to, the meditation video that I have coming up tomorrow, I think is super helpful. And I'm so self-conscious about my meditation voice. I hope that I'm like calm and quiet enough and not just like, go, go, go. Because I feel like that's my energy a lot. And I hope I like timed it so that you guys, that's like the hardest part about making a meditation video is giving you guys enough time to explore. So let me know when you guys listen if I need to give more time or not. Like I don't mind that constructive criticism. Just don't be a jerk about it, but tell me because it'll make my meditation videos better. I think that's why I haven't done more. Anyway, why do you think I attract less than I deserve? I just like saw your dad, Nicole. Like there's something about like you don't Lori. No. I mean that was like super strong, Lori. Like definitely got that. Sorry. But yeah, like Nicole, I feel like there's something there with your dad. Like maybe your dad said something, or maybe you look at your mom and you think, well, why would I be able to have better than that? Is what I was getting. I feel like there's more to that, but I'm trying to keep it quick. And you guys can always ask me like further questions too. It doesn't have to be something else. She probably won't wait to face it, most of it till the end. Like Michael, I feel like it was like an older person, and I felt like generation wise, like they have a hard time admitting to mistakes. Will Jay like the work I produced? It's so funny because I feel like a lot of you are talking about other people in your life, but it's like there's people in this chat that have those same names. And I wonder why that's happening. Will Jay like the work I produced today? Yes. It's like he'll like it, but he's like he won't. He's not somebody that will tell you to do better because he's so afraid of like giving you feedback. So it's like there's things that could be better. You might have to like pry that out of him. Do you hear a name for any of my spirit guides? I'm so bad with names, you guys. It's not even funny. But I heard Susie. I don't know. I set the intention that I'm bad at names, and therefore I am bad at names, and I need to get over that block. I am in cloud nine. Nico means smile in Japanese. Oh, how cute. Anything good coming my way in general in a positive way. I feel like a relationship, Jay. Oh, interesting, Michael. See, that's where I mean, like, trust your intuition, because I might have said mom, and that might not have technically been correct, but if you knew immediately, like, that's the first person you thought of, then absolutely. That's why with these speed readings, you have to just use your own intuition better. Should I accept Rob's current salary offer? I heard yes. Because I feel like things are just going to be different in a year. You donated, Will? Did you donate through Venmo? Oh, cool. Okay, really quick pause, everyone. So Will donated, and then we'll jump back to speed readings. Will, let me know what your question is. I guess while I wait for Will, look at some of these other ones. Developing my intuition. Your videos have been so helpful. Would you recommend I try reading for others besides myself? Yes, Risa. I combined your first and last name. But something I kind of have been thinking about doing a separate video on. Like, I feel like it is so crazy important because it really like pushes you out of your comfort zone. And you learn a lot of things, and then you realize it's not as scary as you thought it was. And I feel like you will become a stronger reader. Now, obviously, you shouldn't push yourself to a point that you are stressed out or anxious. Like, never go that far. But when you push yourself in little ways that you know you can handle, you end up becoming a stronger reader because of it. And I think that's why I am able to do events and readings in person and feel confident in them, is because I know I've read people before. Let's see. Jordan, clairaudience, but I think you confuse it a lot of times with your own thoughts. Sorry, silly rabbit. Yes was the accept the current offer. Sorry. Okay, so Will asked, whoa, Butch Tarot, why do you have like a box around you? That's so cool. Why is that? I've never seen that before. Does that mean like you have like a certain number of followers? Are you really important, Butch Tarot? All right, so I'm doing speed readings. Putting that on pause because Will sent a donation, so I'm going to give him just a little bit more time here to go in depth with some cards. How would it go if I reached out to Claire? Would she respond? Like, if I asked her how's it going and if she wants to catch up. I feel like that shouldn't be threatening at all. This is very specific, Will, but I feel like sending a photo for some reason beforehand, like or saying something else that's funny. My AC is kicking on. Hey, I saw this and thought of you. Haha, so funny. Like, I feel like prefacing it with something else to like, there's something about that will make it feel like, I feel like she's going to read into it too much otherwise, Will. Like, if it just comes out of like the blue and it's like, hey, how's it going? Do you want to catch up? It's nothing you're doing wrong, but it's like her reading into it and being like, what are his intentions? What is blah, blah, blah. But if you put something beforehand of like, I don't know, if you have like an inside joke and you took like a photo of something and you're like, haha, this happened to me today. I thought of you. How are you doing? Do you want to catch up? Like, let it come naturally from the conversation. Like, the catching up should be like a couple texts in. Like, test the waters. Let me pull some cards on it. Butch Tarot just gave a smiley face. What does it mean? Oh, that's probably that you have a blue check mark, right? Am I crazy? If you did, how did you get a blue check mark? Because I hate the fact that on Instagram I have so many people impersonating me. And I can't, like, psychics just can't get blue checks. Let's see. Okay. So, Will, I definitely feel like she matches your energy. Like, this is a relationship to pursue. And if you're new here, Will, no, I think I've seen your name before, Will, but if you are new here, I do a group reading at the very beginning, and this card came up, so I'm immediately feeling like go listen to that reading. It's about letting go of things, but I think that's going to help part of this. Hang on, everyone. I'll get back to speed readings here in a second. But I feel like the part about like paying attention to the signs, like this is even with her, like sending those precursor texts or something, is like testing the waters and seeing how her mood is. And like, I'm not like, even if it's that you like waited another week to text her because maybe she seems like she's just like giving you one word answers because she's like busy or something. Pay attention to the timing. Pay attention to the signs so that you know when the timing is right. because I feel like this is gonna happen. It's just trying to like maximize the best time to do it. Just fixing my light here. Oh, I'm so bright. And then I pulled the Loyal Heart in reverse, Will. So to me, I feel like, and I read my cards intuitively. I use mostly my intuition. But it feels like with this card, it's saying like really like come from a friendship up. And maybe you're already there. Maybe you've already done that. But to me, I just feel like it's not going to be this instant romantic connection. So having something else there that she could fall back on like, oh, he just wants to hang out. Like he's not trying to like get in my bed like right away. And I don't think she thinks that. It's just, I think she's a little bit more protective of her energy, and you might have to like work at it to like get her to come around, if that makes sense. But like Will, I feel like you are like overall, it feels like your confidence is down here, but the probability of it being good is like way up here. I think you're doubting yourself too much, and that's where like letting go of some of the stuff that you're stressed out about with that group reading that I did at the top of this video, I think is important for you. But thanks for the donation, Will. Sorry guys, let me catch up. Nico, I feel like you're bringing in, I've been thinking about writing a book like one day, like not even anytime soon, like when my kids are in school and I have more time. But Nico, I do have links in the description down below of the psychic workbook that I recommend, also the psychic cards, but mostly I teach through video courses. But I literally have a list right here in front of me of all the things I want to create. More courses, more videos. I have a tarot card deck that I'm trying to create, and a book is like definitely on the list, but like way far in the future. 1,000 subs. Awesome. Congrats, Butch Tarot. That's awesome. I'm curious how you found me. Probably just my tags of saying that I was a live reader. And so those of you who are new to me, I mostly do video uploads on how to strengthen your psychic skills and psychic development. I'm all about kind of teaching you guys how to get more accurate information, how to protect yourselves, kind of do all the basics of intuitive work. So then you can go out and you can learn all these other tools, but you have the basis of learning how to read anything because you're using your clairs. Yeah, and Nico, again, all of those links are in the description down below if anyone is curious. All right. I'm just going to catch back up. Okay, back to speed readings. Again, if anyone donates, I'll stop. All right, and probably only another like 10 minutes of this, you guys. 20 minutes of it. I have to be strict tonight. Thank you, Nico. And I will say too, that I have memberships as well. So I do have member-only lives where you can get more one-on-one time with me. I also have member-only videos. So if you're interested and you've binged all my videos and you want more, check it out. I just scroll to see who all is out there. I totally get you. I do that too. Let's see. Why am I pulling cards? We're doing speed readings. All right, I'm just going to go up to Gina. Why have I never found love? What are my blockages? I feel like there's a lot, Gina. I feel like part of it is just that, like, it totally out of your control, like bad people coming into your life or just like people that aren't matches for you. I also hear confidence. I also hear like that you I'm seeing a card that I pulled. It's called Never Ending Story. It's like playing the victim of, I'm never going to get a relationship because I've never had one. And it's almost like in your mind, the longer that you go without one, the more set that you believe that belief, if that makes sense. And it's like, well, what if you weren't supposed to have a relationship until you were X years old, like way older? What if you had all these other things that were more important first? And I think it's a lot, internal. Confidence is big though. Like Gina, I know this is random, but I feel like instructing you to take a pole class, a pole fitness class, they can be really sexually energizing when you do not feel connected to that part of yourself. Maybe, Gina, do some sacral chakra meditations. I feel like I could go further. I feel like it's a lot I feel like it's a lot coming from your how you see yourself sexually and how that relates to romantic relationships. Why do you think I'm having a hard time letting go of my ex, Alex? Nicole, it's because he was so good for you in so many ways. And you're kind of like, why wouldn't that have worked out? Like, that should have worked out. And I think there was a lot that was out of your control. Like, there's a whole other person in the equation and their opinions and what they want to do. So it's kind of like you're holding on to it because you know how close you were to something that was resonating with you. But they were the factor in it that just like prohibited it from happening further. Sorry guys, I know some of you have been asking the same question moments. Thank you, Butch Tara. Butch, do you want a reading? Happy to pull one for you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to check out your channel. Any tips on how to get to 100 subs? I feel like it's been harder for me because I'm more of like how to, and the readings are like less of what I do. And I know if I did pick a card readings and tarot readings only, I would probably grow a lot faster. But because I have a lot of like educational how-to videos, and I have very like niche topics, people don't find me that easily because they don't like search my topics. And I've done a lot of work on my SEO and it's taken a bit, but consistency. Yep. I've basically been doing Friday uploads for at least every Friday for the last 2 years now. Yes! Lori, have you done them? My friend here in Colorado introduced me to them, and oh my gosh, I was a hot mess the first time I went to one. I was so nervous, and every time I go, I'm so nervous. I've only been like 4 times, but okay. Well, Butch, let me know if you want to do a reading. I'm happy to do one, but I also know that some people just throw out donations to throw it out. So thank you. I'll have to see some of your videos. Okay, I'm just gonna pop right up. Will I get pregnant with twin boys this year? Christina, I feel like you're being too specific, because what if you're trying to manifest twin boys, and what if what's supposed to be coming through is like just a boy, and because you're like not inviting in any opportunity, it's like you might be blocking that from happening. I feel like you will get pregnant. If I'm hearing like a big if your partner is like manifesting that with you, because I feel like I read a lot with people in pregnancies, and it's like sometimes if your partner does not want to be pregnant, they can energetically like block that from happening. So even if they say they are, I would just maybe like double check and be like, hey, are we cool? We on the same page? And Christina, this is really weird. I made a series of intuitive pregnancy videos, and now I feel like I was stretching, trying to like fit that onto my channel, but I felt called to do it. And I think it's because a few people every now and then are supposed to see it. So maybe watch the beginning of those of like, I feel like I did a ritual with my husband of like, okay, we're ready. We're moving forward into this next step of having kids. And maybe that's helpful in some way. Lori, I'm going to go find me a pole. Make sure it's a sturdy one. Like not implying anything there, Silly Rabbit. Just poles, they have to be like anchored into the floor and the ceiling. They're like craziness. Okay, I need to like scroll down. No, but my sister has. Yeah, they're not 100% for me. I think I need to work my way back if I'm ever gonna do that. But Should I try reading for others? A little nervous to try, but I've been thinking about it. I feel like because I've gotten this question a lot tonight, you guys can put up readings for others on Instagram. Like you can just say, this is free, or this is like $1 reading. I am practicing. Like say whatever you need to say to kind of take the burden off of you and just do it. Like it can be for a total stranger. Honestly, I'm hearing like do a reading as if somebody walked in and asked a question and then like pull cards. Like imagine somebody's there. I don't know how well that would work, but they're giving me that advice. Yurika, how to grow my YouTube channel. Lauryn advice, go watch, what's her name? Catherine Manning, Catherine with a C. You will get there. Thanks, Butch. Catherine Manning, Yurika, if you like send me a message, I'm happy to like send you some other referrals. Energetically, I'm hearing like the exact same thing of Butch. Consistency. Like don't worry. Like the biggest thing with YouTube is like don't worry about the quality. It's about the consistency and getting more out there. Also live stuff, Yurika. I know that might be like stretching and scaring you or feel scary, but you could even just practice like on Instagram or something, practice on Periscope, like or TikTok, like a smaller channel, and then maybe go over into YouTube. I feel like the live stuff would just like go a lot quicker. Let me catch up. Hey guys, sorry. I'm doing speed readings, but I'm taking too long. Okay. Does JP think about me or reaching out wanting to make amends? No, I don't think so. Sorry. I don't move like I did in my 20s. I know. I'm like, you guys, I'm going to be 30 in February. Ugh. And I'm like, I feel that statement. And I know I'm a lot younger and I have no excuse. What is going on with this guy interested in me? Why won't he open up to me instead of just Facebook stalking me? My first question, Swaggy, is like, are you absolutely sure he's interested in you? Like your guides are asking me to say that? Because I feel like it might be a little over exaggerated in your head, maybe. I could be wrong, but. Any messages from Estrella? Ooh, Jordan, I just got like such a vivid picture of her face. And I think the message there is like, she's there. Like if you doubt that she's there or a real guide, she is like whole bodied guide. I can see it. Yurika, don't push yourself into doing something you don't want to do though. My body disagrees. 30s are the best. That's what I've heard. When do you see marriage? I just saw the number 8. 8 years. Dream big. Know that you can change that. The future can always change. You can manifest things a lot easier or a lot sooner. And if you're co-creating with the universe, you can change that. If that's too far out. I just saw the number 8 though. That's when you start to make sense of life. I know. I feel like my 20s have just been survival mode, and I feel like I'm finally like rooted a little bit better, and I'll hopefully be able to breathe a little bit more. I'm 31, but I've been told that I look like I'm 26. Oh, you see, people used to say that about me, but then ever since I got pregnant, nobody says that anymore. I need to get off this extra baby weight. He's keeping tabs on me, but he won't come forward. So like, why? I don't feel like productive energy. And I think that's why your guides are like dismissive of it, is like, there's nothing good there. Like maybe you're sort of wondering like, oh, well, maybe I should pursue it or say something or something like that. But it doesn't feel like it's anything good. It feels like it's negative. Like maybe they're stalking you because they like, they're so, it's like when you stalk somebody because you like hate them and you're just like, you're thinking about them so much and then you're just like looking at their crap. And then you have to like be like, no, I can't keep looking at their stuff. I just have to like unfriend them or something like that. That's kind of like the energy of like how it feels of him towards you. Like it's not because they want to be with you, or maybe it is, but it's whatever it is, it's like not positive, not productive. So my guys are just like not even going there. They're like, there's nothing there that's worth it, is kind of the energy. Top 3 clairs / abilities. Silly Rabbit, they don't want me to answer that because they want you to figure that out. Because if you don't know, then how would you connect with them? How would you... It's like energy of like, you should be able to figure it out because you want to get those strengthened and understand them and resonate with them. And having somebody else tell you doesn't force you to figure it out yourself and work with those clairs. And honestly, if anyone has that same question, what I would say is just go through the next week, set the intention that I'm really going to try to pay attention to my clairs and what I use. And after like a week of just paying attention and maybe like jotting notes down, you'll be able to pretty quickly figure out, oh, okay, it seems like I was getting a lot of like visuals, so I think I'm a lot clairvoyant or something like that. Sometimes all it is just being, again, like mindful and present and paying attention to it for a couple days, and then you'll know. You missed my comment. I love writing, and whenever I write, it just flows. Do you teach automatic writing? Yes, Nico. That is actually like my most popular video. I have an automatic writing video. So I just realized that I subscribed your channel through the video on automatic writing. Oh, yep. That's how a lot of people find me. It's just for whatever reason that video is very searchable. So people find me through that video a lot. It's funny. My guides are my biggest teachers. I know. And that's something too. Like some people will ask me, they're like, do guides withhold information from you? And absolutely. Sometimes I hear very loud and clear, like, you're supposed to figure this out on your own. Like, you're not supposed to come in and give the easy answer. And so I'll respect that. Because if I don't respect that, they're not going to keep giving me information. I had a dream that my family came to visit me in my flat in Japan. What does it mean? They live in England. Maybe, Eureka, I'm clouded by your previous reading, but I immediately thought of like you being alone in your space. And maybe what it is you're like wanting to invite in the energy of love and family and friendship. And that's like what you need. And the fact that you were dreaming about them in the place that you need it. So maybe it's not necessarily like them literally coming. It could just be that that's like the energy that you need right now. There's a butterfly flying outside of my window. That's a message for some of you guys. Transformation, confirmation you're going through it. Big transformation. All right, guys. I'm going to do 5 more minutes here. 5 more minutes, and then I'll cut it off. Does my bunny have a message for me? I'm thinking about her so much. I just saw fairies around her, Silly Rabbit. Fairy. Are the fairies with her? Silly Rabbit, are you the same one that I said pull the garden stuff? I always forget, but is it feels like similar energy to that. Maybe that was you. There's definitely like a link there that needs to be explored between her and the fairies. Do I have any guys that are not human, and what might they be? Ooh. I just saw like a big blue dude. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Gotta like get rid of this guy. Oh, I put him in timeout. Jesus Christ, dude. Calm your shit. Hide user on this channel. Okay. So Lori, I saw this big like blue guide that I feel like is like, when you look at them, they're like a monster, or like it might be perceived as a demon. I feel like it's Asian of some sort. Like I feel like I might have like seen one of these in like Thailand or Japan. I'm never a big blue dude. Like it feels just like Asian in nature. I don't know. I would just like peruse around, because I don't personally have the context, but I saw him. It's like somebody who seems scary and somebody you would look at and think they're like a demon, but actually like the meaning behind them is like strength or something. Do any of my guides have messages for me? It's okay to take your time. It's like dream big. It's like while you're waiting for things to manifest, do things that make you happy. I feel like all you do is kind of live in the future, look towards the future, try to just get the next thing. It makes me wonder if you have some like anxiety stuff, because that's like how I had been living for a really long time. But it's like, find things to make you happy while you wait, because that's going to help it actually go faster. My spirit guide is a big, beautiful butterfly. I saw the genie from Aladdin. Oh, you know what? And Lori, I don't know if I talked about this in my spirit guides video. Big blue Asian dude. I know. I'm so specific. Your spirit guides can be fictional characters. They can be from a book. They can be from something that you really resonate with. And the thing is they might not actually be like a comic book character, but it's that, you know, that energy is something that you resonate with. And, you know, maybe their true form doesn't look like that at all. Honestly, I see that everyone's true forms as light. And I think they assign an image to themselves so that we can like understand them and just like resonate with them better. And so you can totally have guides that are like that. Like I so unbelievably resonate with Peter Pan as like an image, as a symbol, as a character. And I used to talk to him all the time when I was a kid. Like I used to believe in him so wholeheartedly, and then I pushed it off to the side. And the older that I've gotten, like I think I asked my coach in the Aspen program, I was like, what if your guides are like from books or movies, is what I said. Is that normal? Is that okay? And then she basically explained this like same theory. And I feel like, I know this is sort of for Lori, but sort of like tangent for everybody else. And I think I connect with him a lot now, and I understand like maybe that's not who he is at his core, but this is a being who's here to teach me to be a kid again and to be lighthearted and playful and not take the world so seriously. And so that image just resonates with me, and that's how I connect with that guide. But yeah, it's funny too, because I pushed that guide away for so long because I was like, my guide can't be Peter Pan. Like I'm just being crazy at this point. And then somebody gave me a reading, and the reading was literally like, sit down and describe a guide that this person has. And so my partner described Peter Pan to a freaking T. And I was like, all right, universe, I give up. He can be my guide. I'll take him. I had a dream about a little girl a few months ago. It felt so real. Never knew the girl, but she looked familiar. I just heard past life right away. I feel like actually you might have known her like when you were really young, and maybe you just like completely forgot. I mean, we forget people. We meet a lot of people in our life, and sometimes you can just totally forget them completely. I feel like you knew her though to some level, Silly Rabbit. Maybe she remembers you more and she was thinking about you. That's kind of like what I'm getting. Nico, I did that at the beginning. So I do group readings at the beginning, then it's easier to find if you're watching replay. I felt that message pretty strongly though, come in. Peter Pan, he's my guy. I mean, so much so that Peter Pan is a huge tattoo on my back. You guys never see it. You can only see this one, but ooh, Red Dragon. Each time we do the meditation, I meet a new guide. That's so cool. Hey, Esha. I think I'm going to cap it off right after Dream Big. These are speed readings. But I'm going to wrap it up here in a second. What do you see my gifts are? Why am I still stuck? Dream Big, I'm not seeing them because you don't see them. Like, I think the message here is like you have gifts, but you're not seeing them. Dream Big, I feel like I should refer you to the book Letters to a Starseed. Every time I read a book, I just feel like I attract a group of people that need to read that book, and then I like pass it along and I never see them again. I talked about that on Tuesday, but actually Dream Big, also Big Magic, maybe that book. Silly Rabbit, it feels like both. It feels like both. Welcome, Nico. Any plans to get more time? I was almost about to say that, but I was like, I've been beating myself up and being like, I need to stop going on so many tangents and talking about myself. But I want to get one on my wrist, and I want to get something that symbolizes intuitive work, because it's so much of a part of who I am. But I'm like, what can I draw that represents intuition? And so I put it out on my guides, and I've been like, show me something that represents intuition and give me a tattoo idea. And I just haven't like gotten anything that really like resonates. I'm somebody that needs to think about a tattoo for like 3 years before like I get it. Do I have some starseed alien connection? I always make a joke about being an alien, but who knows? I don't know. I feel like I might not be the best person for that, Silly Rabbit, to answer the alien part of it. But if you're wanting to know if you have a starseed connection, also check out that book, Letters to a Starseed. Third eye tattoo. Yeah, and I thought about owl. I thought about third eye. I think moon is coming through the clearest, but I'm like, eh. I always see people do like dream catchers, and I'm like, eh. I feel like there's a lot of generic ones that people use, and I'm also very much like, I don't want to be like everybody else. But all right, I think I'm going to cut off speed readings here. I'll still hang out for a little bit. It helps me wind down. But yeah, guys, if you're just now joining us, I apologize. I've been on for a while, but you can catch me live every Tuesday. For the month of August, though, I am doing 2 live readings a week. So you should be getting 3 videos a week from me. You should be getting Tuesday, 1 other live reading night, and then Fridays is usually when I put up my newest videos. So tomorrow you're going to get a new video, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and it is going to be a meditation video. So let me know how that goes. High Priestess, and it's funny. I feel like I don't quite resonate with the tarot as much. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I might not do tarot related. I've been wanting a moon tattoo for years, but I want it to be unique to me. Yeah, see, then that's where I'm at. Is like I've seen other people's tattoos, and like it's cool but generic. And of course now I'm looking over at this symbol that I've had on my little desk for like ever. Let me grab it. Maybe this is what it's supposed to be. So this is like a Celtic symbol that's associated with mysticism, and I got it in Ireland when I went to Stonegrange, or Cheyenne remembered last time, but maybe it's this. It's the 3 spirals. And the thing is it was found all over like ancient Ireland temples, and nobody knows what it means technically, because they're so old. They're like 3,000 years old. And so we can only guess. And so therefore it's associated like with mysticism. Maybe it's supposed to be that. Because I'm sitting here like, I need a sign from my guides. And then I look over and this rock is sitting there just like staring back at me. Maybe that's it. I don't know though. I feel like that wouldn't be very pretty. It feels kind of like something you draw on your hand if you were like in 4th grade. Of course, Nico, I'm glad you bumped into me. I love every single night we meet somebody new. And owl speaking through light. Light equals rainbow prism. Interesting. You guys are giving me good ideas. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get one soon, because heck, I got this at least 6 or 7 years ago now. And this was my last one. And my sister is like totally, she's got all sorts of cool tattoos, and I'm like, oh, I want more tattoos. Looks up at guys. They hurt. I don't like them. They hurt. But you need to find the right artist. I'm still looking for an artist. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the issue that I've had with all my past artists, is the guy that did this one took like all day to do it. And he was kind of like not the nicest. And then the guy that did this one was also, it was like same, like kind of not the nicest. Like, asked him to like draw me up something ahead of time, he like went into the back like the day that I got there and drew it up right there and then. And I was like, all right, you didn't put any forward effort into this. But will you get a tattoo for your son? Oh, yeah. So the idea was, so I had Peter Pan on my back, and it's like Peter, Wendy, John, and Michael. And there's like kind of stars on my back. And I was thinking about getting kind of like really big stars for each of my kids, but I don't know. That was like the original idea. I'm not quite resonating with that as much anymore. We'll see. I feel like that one is kind of gone by the wayside, and something else is supposed to replace it probably. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining me. So I will be live again next Tuesday. If you aren't already, I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. We have a group on Facebook as well for strengthening your psychic abilities and connecting with other people. And I also do readings. I have video courses for those of you who are new, and memberships. And tomorrow, expect to see that meditation video up. I'm very excited to see what you guys think about it. I like really tried to like, it was funny because I was like combo leading a meditation, but also like channeling from my guides. And they're like, excuse me, they're like, say this next, say that next, say this next. It was fun creating it. I also filmed a pick a card reading yesterday, and man, pick a card readings, guys, are time consuming. Like the people with channels that all they do are pick a card readings, I'm just like so impressed, because I was like, you know, when I film my normal videos, I try to punch out like 4 or 5 in a sitting. But those pick a card readings, they take time. I mean, you're basically doing a full 20-30 minute reading, and that's just one pile. And if you do more than one pile, it takes forever. And I'm like, I understand why, if that's all you do on YouTube, that's like all you do, because it takes a lot of time. But I feel like the pick a card reading I filmed yesterday is like infinitely better than the first one that I filmed. I'm really excited to throw it up. Put some damn feeling into it. Exactly. I think what it is I need to find a girl, Lori. And you know what's funny is I went to Ritual Craft, which is, Lori and I are both in Colorado, but there's a store kind of north Denver called Ritual Craft, and it's more of like a witchy store. And they actually have a tattoo shop attached to it. And when I walked in, I was like, I think this is where I'm supposed to get my next tattoo. I'm actually thinking about going to a class that they're going to have there next week. It was an underworld meditation, and it felt so dark, and I was like, yes, that sounds fun. I think I'm going to do it. Thanks, Silly Rabbit. Thank you, Nico. Yeah, you guys let me know how that meditation goes. If I need to give like more breaths, I'm worried that I'm worried I do it too fast. I know I definitely don't do it too slow. So we'll see if it's too fast. Yay! And the pick a card will be coming out a couple weeks from now, but I know one of the videos I got coming up is like basic psychic protection, because I realized all the information that you need for like protecting yourself, I've kind of split into various videos, and I just need like a starting point video, and then you can like branch off and learn more. So for some of you guys that might be like repetitive, but it's all going to be in one spot. I know I have that video. I didn't get to film with my husband yesterday. We had it all prepped and ready to go, but that pick a card reading took forever, but that is still going to come up. Yes, I was there last week. It's such a cool shop. I think I just like want to go take that class just to go back and like buy stuff. Heck yeah, Silly Rabbit. And I know Doreen Virtue wrote a book on like fairies. I think it's called like Fairies 101. I always think that's a good place to start. Oh, wait, is Nico in Japan too? I thought you guys were just Japanese. That's cool. My oldest and I had a woo day. That's so awesome. That's so fun. Hi, Laura. Laura's back. Of course, right when I'm done. Poor Laura wanted a reading so bad last Tuesday. She did get one. Oh, alrighty, you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I will see you Tuesday. All right, good night, everyone. Bye.